Holy goddamn motherfucker, that was a horrible fucking show. I thought that last week's show was awful. Well, this week's show took it to another fucking level. This was just bad. Very fucking bad. Very fucking horrible. I cannot even believe just the new heights of shit they have transcended to. It's like this is the thing. They got the network now, the WWE network, so now they ain't gonna even try anymore. You know, thank fucking God they got the network, because it's probably the only thing that's gonna keep them in business. And, you know, before I get into this whole review, I think a couple of people misunderstood, but a lot of people got where I was coming from in my little network rant that I posted a couple of days back. It's not that I don't think the network is a good idea. It gets me angry is because they don't even try anymore. And what do? The best thing they can come up with in years is not a match, not a rivalry. It's a fucking internet service. And it's not even their main shows. Yeah, sure, $9.99. It's a good deal. It's a good fucking deal. Yeah, I'll tell you, since most of the time I'm watching wrestling on my computer, especially the pay-per-views. You know, most often it's the pay-per-views I'm watching it streaming. So it's actually a pretty good fucking deal. You know, even if I can probably get it in the same quality on, you know, any given website, but, you know, whatever. Let's get to the review. So we start off with a match. It's the Usos defeating the Wyatts by disqualification. Daniel Bryan is wrestling a boring style in this match, and it ends in a DQ. Why the fuck does the Wyatts, this Bray Wyatt, you know, this guy who is, you know, supposed to be so great, why the fuck do they need the help of two other guys to defeat the Usos, a fucking jobber tag team, a team that's never even won the fucking belts? Why the fuck do they need help to defeat these fucking jobbers? I'm looking, I'm like, what the hell? Well, why the fuck do they need backup for a fucking simple-ass tag team that's pretty much on the same level as primetime players or, you know, any other shit tag team on a roster? It's not like, you know, when they're wrestling the Shield, they need help or something because it's a big, tough team. It's the fucking Usos, for God fucking sakes, come the fuck on. And not only do they, you know, they jump in, you know, Rowan, and the other guy, Harper, I almost forgot his name. You know, they jump in, and still the Usos still get the upper hand. What the fuck? I mean, you know, usually when you got interference, they're beating down the guys, but then the Usos still look like the winners. Holy fucking shit. What the fuck? I mean, seriously, what are they doing to Daniel Bryan? And not just Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt. This guy that they're investing all this time in, they want to build him up and make him into something big. You know, you can't even handle Bryan the right way. And then, you know, now it's Bray Wyatt. Just bury everybody. Is that what this company's up to? Then in the next match, you got John Cena, and he defeats Damien Sandow. Why? The match wasn't bad. You had a botch with some weird-ass looking neck breaker. But why the fuck did Damien Sandow need to lose this fucking match? Why? And why does he even... Okay, so if Cena needs to win, why does it have to be Sandow, one of their most promising wrestlers? Why the fuck can't it be somebody else if Cena just needs to have a match on Raw? Why job out one of your best? It makes no fucking sense. Why Sandow? And this match was very reminiscent of the time he cashed in the Money in the Bank. He used a crossface and everything, picked him up, and FU'd him. You know, the action wasn't bad, but it was so fucking predictable. It's almost like, who the fuck gives a shit about this match? Now, I could go on and say all the typical YWC cliches, you know, but I ain't gonna do that. It's just fucking tiresome. Why does Sandow have to lose it? It just doesn't make sense. Everybody was cheering for Sandow. Oh, I want to bring this up. Sandow was way over in this match. Very fucking over. Cena wins and it's all boos. Big fucking boos. You couldn't hear a single cheer in the fucking audience. The boos were overtaking the cheers. You know, it's pretty fucking obvious that, you know, it's always been obvious, motherfuckers, that Cena does not deserve to be in this fucking spot, doesn't even deserve to be there. And Sandow, a promising young talent, just fucking shitted on. John Cena might as well pull down his fucking jean shorts and shit right on his fucking face. Because that's exactly what they're pretty much doing to him figuratively. You know, losing every single fucking match he gets. He can't even beat a big goof like Big E Langston. They won't even let him do that. He's dressing up in fucking Santa outfits, getting beat by the great Khali. It's very, very fucking embarrassing. 2014 is already starting off as a shit year. Holy goddamn fuck. I mean, you know, it's the very beginning of the year. Can we at least get a couple of weeks of decent shit before they start dumping big heaps of shit on top of us? My God. Can we get a break? You know, even for a couple of weeks, you know, sometimes you get a decent Raw. I think we had a decent Raw a couple of weeks back or some shit. You know, why the fuck is, like, once they give you something just okay, why does it have to be followed by heaping helpings of fucking bullshit? They can't stop, they can't help themselves. It's like a fucking disorder. Then you've got Big Show defeating Jack Swagger and why. You know, once again, you know, here's like one half of a very good tag team, and Jack Swagger is just a good wrestler. Why does Big Show have to fucking beat him? It doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Now, I don't understand why. You know, again, why they need to have a match like this where, you know, a superior athlete is defeated by just a fucking fat ass. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. And then at the end, it's Big Show and Zeb Coulter, and, you know, he's making like he's going to punch him. And this shit went on. I swear to God, it felt like forever. It's not even that big of a deal, him punching a fucking old man. You know, even Paul Heyman said in the promo somewhere in this show, you know, I forgot to fucking write it down. I forgot what point it came up at. But Paul Heyman even said him and Brock Lesnar are not impressed by him punching a fucking old man. And neither am I. Just a fucking waste of time, and it just went on forever. You know, the build up to it's like, why build up to something that ultimately isn't going to pay off, isn't really going to please anybody? You know, we're standing there for 3 minutes, Big Show making faces at Zeb Coulter and gives him a fucking fake ass punch on the chin. Is this, you know, this is how they like to spend 3 hours of television every week? I guess so. Oh, and then you've got the Shield that they defeat CM Punk and the New Age Outlaws. Yeah, it was great to see the New Age Outlaws back, but it wasn't really that great of a match. CM Punk goes for the tag. The Outlaws just back out on him. Can we at least have a decent match, for God fucking sakes, without some stupid fucking bullshit coming out like this? Why? Why are they turning on Punk? Why? Where did this come from? Just out of nowhere? The Outlaws just returned to wrestling in the ring. They have not even 2 matches yet, and they're already fucking turning heel? Who the fuck wrote this shit? Seriously, I have to ask this. Who came up with that idea? You know, the Outlaws are super over. They're coming out. Everybody's happy. It's a piece of the Attitude Era. It ain't much, but it's still something of quality, something at least that brings back good memories, and it doesn't have to be accessed on the WWE Network. We at least can see something happen that's, you know, happening now that's new with them. It's good. Billy Gunn's in shape. Even Road Dogg looks half decent. They're moving around pretty well in there. Not a great match, but you can clearly see that they still have a couple of years left in the tank. And now it just step off the apron and Punk just gets beat. It's a boring ass match and really just a boring ass heel turn. Outlaws turn heel for no fucking reason. You know, it could have been a decent match, but they pull this fucking shit. Terrible. Fucking terrible. And it happened for no reason. Why? the past couple of weeks, the random shit has gotten even more random than usual. Jake the Snake pops out of nowhere. He returns in in a complete random fashion that doesn't make sense. And now it's the Outlaws turning heel for no fucking reason. Then it's the AJ and Tamina defeating the Funkadactyls. I ain't even in the fucking mood to fucking talk about this fucking shit. Just get it off my fucking TV already. It's like when you see a Divas match, it's like, yeah, okay, let's wrap it up. Let's get to the next piece of shit. It's not even fucking worth, the time anymore to talk about this shit. It's fucking pathetic already. I am sick to fucking death of fucking pointless ass Divas matches. And it follows a bunch of shit, and then it ends up a bunch more shit follows it. It's just like one big shit sandwich this fucking week. It's just start off with shit, more shit in the middle, and ends with shit. It's a big piece of shit basically. There you go. Then they announce who's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. The Ultimate Warrior, motherfuckers. Haha. This was the only good part of the show. The Ultimate Warrior, one of my favorites as a kid. I used to have the mask, the figure, everything. Ultimate Warrior, a fucking madman, a true character. It's something that nobody on this fucking show knows how to do or, how to be. This is, he's made fun of, super cheesy and everything maybe, but he was fucking awesome. The man tried. He wasn't a great wrestler or anything, but he still had good matches somehow. Somehow, even though he had no technical prowess or anything or psychology, he still had tremendous matches with Hogan, Macho Man, countless others. Everybody remembers the Warriors matches. He had big time Mania moments, and nobody fucking knows how to act like a true character anymore. Like Ultimate Warrior, like that's a real wrestler right there. That's like to me personifying professional wrestling. Larger than life, crazy fucking muscles, just lots of energy, cool theme music. The man just fucking rules, and he deserves every right to be in the fucking Hall of Fame. He's a legend, motherfuckers. Doesn't care how much Vince McMahon wants to tear the man down. Is he out of his mind? The man legally changed his name to Warrior, so fuck yeah, he's out of his mind. But that's what's great about it. He's actually a fucking madman. He's crazy enough to get into a business like professional wrestling in the first place. If you want to get into this type of thing, you gotta be fucking crazy to put your body on the line. But Ultimate Warrior, that's fucking old school. That's, that's the shit right there. Ultimate Warrior being the Hall of Fame, big fan of this. It's pretty sad though. A fucking announcement is the best part of the show. Kofi Kingston defeats Randy Orton. What the fuck? Once again, is this fucking bullshit? Who the fuck wrote this show? I am not a fan of Orton whatsoever, but if I have to choose between Orton and Kofi Kingston, my golly, I'm picking fucking Orton every time. Kofi Kingston, just a cheesy ass motherfucker. Cheesy ass fucking wrestler. A fucking stupid looking headband now, a bandana coming out. Just awful looking appearance. The guy just, none of his moves are appealing to me. He's high flying. It might be athletic, but we've seen better from countless other wrestlers. His matches don't have a good flow. It's just, a couple of little spots here and there that just suck. His boo fucking bullshit is just old already. He's been doing it for 6 years. Yeah, that's right. The guy came in 2008. This marks his fucking 6th year in the fucking company, and he has amounted to jack shit. This match now I gotta talk about the match. Went like 15, 20 minutes. It was long as fuck, and it kept going and going and going. Now, usually, if it's a good match, I'd have no problem with this, and it's pretty obvious that with this long time frame, they were going for something epic here, but it wasn't epic. It was an epic fail. Yeah, it was. And there's nothing funny about it. I might be all over the place here. But I'll tell you something, it fucking sucked the fucking shit biscuit, motherfuckers. It was a fucking terrible ass match. It reminded me of those old Orton matches where he first started off his career. It was nothing but fucking chin locks. Just fucking stomps the whole time. Like no moves, just stomps and headlocks. Fucking tiresome fucking bullshit from Randy Orton. This is the champion. The WWE champion doesn't even know, can't even have, he doesn't even have a move set of 10 moves. It's a fucking just waste. People say, oh, Orton's a good wrestler. No, he's not. Are you fucking kidding me? This is all that he has to provide is stomps and rest holds. Well, how is he the best wrestler? How does he deserve to be there? Once in a while he puts a DDT and a superplex in there, but that's it. And there was one spot where Kofi Kingston, tries to drive Orton's head into the steel steps. Now Orton clearly blocks it, but then he sells pain like he's dizzy or something. What? Why? Why are you selling pain when you just blocked it with your own hands and it wasn't even like a steel chair block like they try to get their hands up like back in the old days? No, this was like clearly he blocked and he forgot that he blocked and fucking acted like he got hit. I was like, this is the champion? He doesn't even know when he's supposed to sell pain at the right time? I mean, come the fuck on. This is the fucking world champion, the representative, the face of the WWE. Yeah, it's a fucking shit face of the WWE. Must have been shit face to fucking blow a spot like that. He's selling pain when he's not even supposed to be in pain. It's bad enough that, wrestling and everybody says, oh, wrestling's fake. Well, this makes it look even faker. By doing this fucking bullshit, it looked fake as shit. This match was super fucking fake and phony. Slow paced and so boring. And then it ended with, the SOS. And it just out of nowhere, he pins the WWE champion. Why? And how do you go from, wrestling The Miz in boring ass matches to having a match with Orton like this? And this wasn't even the main event and he beats the champion. Yeah, this wasn't even the fucking main event of the show. And Kofi Kingston is beating their champion. The guy who very well might main event at the Royal Rumble too is getting beat by Kingston. And how does he factor into this? Don't tell me they're going to make a triple threat match out of this. Holy fuck, no. I'd rather just see Cena and Orton go one-on-one one more time. You guys don't understand how much Kofi Kingston just annoys me. He's so PG. Okay, they got rid of the smile and everything. He's supposed to be tougher, more aggressive now. Why is he still dressing like a damn goof with the fucking bandana or whatever? It's just stupid. He looks like a dummy. And he's very, very unentertaining. He's not a good wrestler at all. None of these guys are. It's just Orton is less annoying. It's the lesser of two evils. And I couldn't believe that. I was just fucking sitting there just saying, when the fuck's it gonna end? Is it gonna end? This is the match that never ends. It keeps on fucking me up the ass. When boring wrestles the whole entire match, it's just a boring piece of shit forever just because it is the match that never ends. Fuck it, lame ass fucking boring ass shit. I'm singing a PG song, well it's got curses in it, but fuck, it's still fucking boring as shit. Holy goddamn motherfucker. What a boring ass match. I'd like to just... There's no way that a match is going to get even close to being as boring as this one in 2014. Place your bets now, motherfuckers. I tell you that right now. This was a boring-ass fucking match. Then you got the Rhodes brothers, Goldust and Cody Rhodes versus Ryback. I was kind of disappointed. Usually Goldust and Cody Rhodes matches are better than this. Wasn't bad, wasn't good either. Just was it's kind of boring. Decent, acceptable, passable, but not good. Then it was Alberto Del Rio beating Rey Mysterio like he's some plain old jobber. You know, it was like he was on the same level as Justin Gabriel or Tyson Kidd here. You know, I don't get it. Rey Mysterio losing to Alberto Del Rio in like 5 minutes. You know, they like to tout Mysterio as a, you know, as a big time player, like a fucking legend. But he just gets beat like he's nothing. Got beat clean also in this match. Beat him clean by submission. You know, when Del Rio was jobbing out. So let me get this right. You know, Sin Cara beats Del Rio, but Rey Mysterio can't beat Del Rio. So they're saying that Sin Cara is tougher than Rey Mysterio? I'm pretty sure that, you know, they think Rey Mysterio is higher than Sin Cara, so but this doesn't make any sense. You know, are they just completely trying to make a fool out of Mysterio? Are they trying to punish him for getting injured so many times? You know, I mean, and then he says something to Batista in Spanish, and I don't give a fucking shit. Stop cutting promos in Spanish. I don't understand it, and I don't want to hear it. Then CM Punk gets announced that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble, and well, he reveals that the New Age Outlaws were on Triple H's side. That's why they turned against him. You know, they took about an hour to explain that, so I'm sitting there all confused and shit. And CM Punk was able to figure this out by himself without even the Outlaws having to explain it. What kind of fucking storytelling is that? He doesn't even have to learn why they turned on him. He just takes a fucking wild guess. You know, I guess that makes sense that they were in DX together, but can't the Outlaws, like, have a backstage promo explain this? You know, they were in the match. Can they at least get a say? I mean, Road Dogg is excellent at promos. Why not give him a promo backstage at least explaining why they did what they did? You know, that would save me some oxygen having to complain about it. But I have to because it was a gaping plot hole. And then CM Punk just figures it out an hour and a half later. Then we get our main event. It's the steel cage match, and this might explain why the first match was so shitty. It's the Wyatts once again against the Usos in the cage. You know, but still, they should have just waited for this match instead of having a shitty fucking match in the beginning. This match still was kind of shitty though. A little bit better. They had a couple of decent moves, you know, off the top rope, but not much. And the Wyatts, they lose again. Again, Daniel Bryan fucking loses. They lose again. Okay, and so then at the end, Daniel Bryan just, you know, just beats the shit out of Bray Wyatt. And then there's big yes chants at the end. You know, happy for Daniel Bryan that he's so over and everything. And now he's out of the Wyatts again. There's just one fucking problem. What the fuck was the point of all that? Why did he have to pretend? Why did he have to pretend to be part of the Wyatts? That was obviously what it was. And, you know, he had to get him in the cage all alone. It was the perfect timing. But how, just think about this for a minute. How did he know 2 weeks ago that he was going to be in a steel cage match against Bray Wyatt, you know, with Bray Wyatt? I know it's fake, but I've never seen such horrible logic before. Now, I'm not saying that everything during the Attitude Era made 100% complete sense, and, you know, everything was great. You know, Vince McMahon, he had his own daughter kidnapped in the Ministry of Darkness. I could go on and on about that, and then he joins up with them. But still, this was just a fucking waste of time. Daniel Bryan could have been doing way better things than this the past couple of weeks instead of hanging around with the fucking Wyatts and, you know, having Bray Wyatt kiss him. You know, he could have been doing so much better. And now where are they going to go with this? Is the feud going to continue? Is it just going to keep on going on and on? It was just a waste. A waste of fucking time. And And this show was complete fucking garbage. Not a single good match. Steel cage match had a couple of decent moves. People are chanting, "This is awesome." You know what? Let me stop myself for a minute. I don't think that people are chanting, "This is awesome." I think that they're actually piping that in now. Because now it's getting pretty fucking ridiculous. We have seen cage matches 10 times better than this, even a couple of years ago. That, you know, not even Attitude Era or Ruthless Aggression Era. We have seen cage matches way better than this. Triple H, Brock Lesnar, for example. There was nothing awesome about this. Was it passable? Maybe. Barely. It was barely passable. I mean, holy fucking shit. It was not awesome. And so if they're piping this in, that's pretty fucking pathetic. This show is just a fucking waste. A waste of fucking time. So fucking horrible. All the matches weren't good at all. And the segments were just shit. What a fucking bad show. Leading up to one of their biggest pay-per-views of the year. Very sad and pathetic. The only thing that made me happy, that made me like sit up in my chair, was Ultimate Warrior being announced to be in the Hall of Fame. Now that was something good. But that's it. Countless fucking shit about the WWE Network were being explained about this thing 1,000 times. Yeah, I'll say it. It's a decent concept. I might consider getting a subscription or something. It's easier access than having to search the whole entire web and through a bunch of fake videos for pay-per-views and shit. You know, it's nice to have that on-demand service at your fingertips. But it's just pathetic that, look at the quality of the show nowadays, that they have to count on the service like this. That is the true reason. Because they know that it's fucking bullshit to be charging people $50 for fucking pay-per-views that suck fucking ass. That's the only reason why they're doing this and making it so cheap. Making it a Netflix price range. Because they know. They fucking know they suck and they have to rely on an on-demand service. They have to hark back to the past instead of focusing on a good future. They just are like, oh, okay, guys, you know, we had a good past, and, you know, we're not going to try anymore. You know, that's it. That's all they're doing. And it's like they're just throwing their current pay-per-views in there as a bonus. Like, hey, you know, if you like some of our really good shit from the past, you might like this sometimes it's okay fucking bullshit from the present. Just take a look at tonight's show. How fucking awful it was. It was so terrible. It's just, they should probably have a public apology. Yeah, make another fucking press conference instead of talking about the fucking network. Let's talk about tonight's show and the fucking show from the past year and the year before that. Let's talk about the fucking shows lately, the quality of them. Let's address on how much they suck. How about a press conference about how they're going to commit to their fans and try to improve this fucking shit? Because goddamn it, at this point, the word improve is so light. It's not doing it justice anymore. This fucking shit needs a whole complete overhaul. They need to fucking just blow the fucking shit up. Just demolish the whole thing and completely retool. This whole thing is a fucking mess. Kofi Kingston beating world champions. Cage matches that with jobbers in the main event. The world champion is not even in the main event, but a jobber tag team winning is. Holy goddamn motherfucker, this show is fucking awful, and this company is a piece of shit, and I am getting pretty fucking goddamn tired of it. Watching this show week after week, it's depressing, it's mind-numbing, my brain cells are completely being destroyed. Just, somebody fucking kill me already, my god. Holy goddamn fuck. Well, that's it, motherfuckers. I had about enough. I just don't want to even think about this show anymore. Don't want to talk about it ever again. Shit.